to be a little different than videos I normally do, but I told you guys I wanted to try to like change things up, do little like character analysis, review type videos. This is completely off the top of the head. This isn't a scripted thing. I just want to try it out. I just want to see like what y'all think. As y'all know, I love movies. I just love film, period. I love movies, TV shows, cartoons, anime, like whatever. There was this movie. I'm sure all of y'all have heard about it by now because it was so viral before it was releasing. It's called Challengers. A movie with Zendaya. I'm not sure of the other actors. I can't remember their names off the top of my head. But it's basically this tennis movie that went viral for anything but tennis. So in the trailer to the movie, they got everybody going crazy because the trailer showed Zendaya and two dudes. You know, I just want to say, if you can get past the initial shock value of that, the movie low key, it could be kind of a masterpiece. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I've only seen it twice. I got to see it like a third, fourth time to really digest it, right? I think Zendaya said the same thing. I think she said, watch it 3 times, 4 times, and you'll get different reactions each time. The first time I watched it, I'm going to be honest, I thought it was a little bit corny. I thought it was kind of like a shock value. They just wanted to get like nudity and sex, and they just wanted to throw it all out there for the sake of like, I bet you never thought you'd see Zendaya like this. And then I really took a minute to like think about it, and I was like, euphoria does exist. And granted, I didn't really watch it. I've only seen like a couple episodes. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. I just didn't really have time to watch anything new. This movie Challengers actually like blew me away. And most movies, especially nowadays, don't do that. Like they kind of hit the same undertone of like nostalgia or remakes or, hey, let's take an idea that's already been beaten down over and over and over again, and let's just repackage it with a new cast, maybe a new director, and rethrow it out there for the masses. Especially during the times of the Hollywood strike, like movies were just not, they just weren't good. This movie, however, had me like, as a person who enjoys writing, I'm not gonna call myself like a writer by any means, but I do write all the time. Like, I guess I am a writer, just not a professional. As someone who loves callbacks, setups, and foreshadowing and prefacing, like all of that, like I enjoy tie-ins to things. Like I love when a movie or a show rewards you for remembering. That's what this movie is. It's just it's a well put together. If you pay attention to the movie, you're gonna understand everything that's happening, and it kind of like I don't even understand why I have headphones on. What the fuck? It kind of takes a moment for you to realize that the movie's not about fucking tennis. It's not about tennis, and they kind of like throw that like in your face a little bit. Like there's a specific part of the movie where I forget the guys' names. It's Donaldson and Zweig. That's their last names. I don't remember first names. I think it was Patrick Zweig. Donaldson, I can't remember. Again, this is all off the top of the head. There's a point where Tashi, Zendaya's character, goes to Patrick and she basically tells him like, you're not a fucking tennis player. Like you think you're a tennis player, but you're not. You don't have a love for the game. You're just someone who's going to coast by off raw talent. You do it because you feel like it's your way out. He's just doing it to try to like go pro to get money so he doesn't have to have a job. It has several themes throughout the movie. What the fuck? Why is there a fly like flying around? Like whatever. This is a chaotic video, bro. Fuck this. It started off, I thought it was like a movie, like a story of like passion versus talent, or like hard work versus talent, and that's the vibe it gave me at first, until I realized it was more about like do what you love and what makes you happy, and not do something that you feel like you have to do. And then it went from that feeling to then it just turned into like, no, this movie's literally just bros before hoes. That's literally the movie. The whole point of the movie was bros before hoes, and they took it to the extreme because these two bros, they were friends since they were 12 or some shit. Like, they've been friends since childhood. They've been playing tennis together for years. Eventually, they both kind of get a crush on this one tennis player, which is Zendaya's character. they're like one. Patrick was like in love with her for no reason. He didn't even know her, but he was like in love with her. And then Donaldson kind of sees her play, and immediately like he understands why, and he kind of falls for her too. So then they meet her at this party. They're both trying to get at her. They're both hollering at her. They're shooting their shot. They invite her back to their hotel room. They think like that's a long shot. She's not gonna pull up. Then she fucking pulls up. They all start drinking. You know, they're getting comfortable. They're getting cozy. They're kind of doing their thing, talking, laughing, telling weird jerk off stories like about their first times jerking it. Which, like, sure, whatever. Then out of nowhere, she kind of like gets him kind of like going a little bit, and she kind of invites him to the bed and is like, come on, like, let's get cracking. So then they start kissing, and then she starts kissing other dude, and they were kind of like having a disagreement beforehand of like, well, what if she kisses you and not me? Like, does the other person just sit in the corner and watch? And he's like, hey, fuck it, like, if it happens, it happens. Like, somebody's got to bag her. And then they both did. Then she got them two niggas to like really kiss and like they were making out. And that's kind of where I was like, pause. You get past that. You get past like any discomfort or bigotry, if some might say, whatever. Once you get past that, bro, it's a great fucking movie. It's a great movie. All I'm gonna say is, Tom Holland, you a better man than me, my boy. You're for sure a better man than me, because the amount of times that man was gripping Zendaya cheeks, bro. I would be so for real. Like, there's no way that man wasn't enjoying every second of it, bro. Tom, watch your ass, my boy. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. It was a really, really good movie. Really good movie. I liked the way the camera was shot. I like the colors. I like the callback to, there's a scene where Donaldson's trying to figure out if his boy fucked Taji or not. And he's like, yo, just tell me without telling me if you don't want to tell me. And he was like, just, hey, if you did it, if you smashed, just serve the ball like how I would serve it. Eventually he gives in and he serves the ball like how he serves it, and he lets him know like, yeah, I hit. Donaldson is like, throughout the time period though, like Donaldson's really kind of dirty macking on his mans. Like, he's really trying to like talk down on his boy to Taji and like sneak his way in. Eventually, like, Taji gets hurt in the tennis match, and she was arguing with her Patrick, who she was dating at the time. And then I guess Donaldson kind of like slid in and ended up being with her for a long time. They ended up getting married, making all these bands. They had a child. Like, she's like his coach, his trainer, and he's the big tennis megastar who's making multi-million, has Aston Martin sponsorships, and like he's doing all this cool shit. Meanwhile, Patrick, his boy, is he's not homeless, but he kind of like treats himself like he is. His family's rich as fuck, but he doesn't want their money, and he's kind of just like the struggling tennis player for no reason other than like, I guess, pride. And it turns out that Donaldson's kind of washed. Like, his career is on the down spiral. He's getting ready to, he's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out of tennis. He don't even want to play no more. His heart's not in it no more. And you can kind of tell that that's a part of it too, because Taji's whole character is she loves tennis more than she loves life itself. And it's because it was taken away from her because of an injury, so she couldn't do it anymore. So she was kind of living vicariously through her husband. And you can kind of just see the relationships and how they pan out. Her and Donaldson like aren't in love anymore. Like, she's kind of just there because she has to be. He's there because he loves her and he knows that he's playing for two people. He's not just playing for himself. So he's kind of like swallowing his pride and whatever he wants, and he's still playing. And he's getting cooked, bro. He's a failure. So he goes and he's like, all right, well, I need to get a warm up. She tells him, you need to get a warm up game. Like, you need to lock in. Let's go down to like the little amateurs, do a little challenger, and you can go in and school some people, get your confidence back. So he goes, and of course, He's thinking he's gonna play some nobodies. Like she's like, there's nobody there that can shake your confidence. In comes his old like boy. He's the first dude he has to play against. So then the only thing that I didn't enjoy about the movies is I'm not gonna give like a play by play of the whole movie. I realize I'm kind of doing that, but the one thing that I didn't enjoy too much about the movie is how much they went from flashback to flashback. It kind of threw the pace off at times. I understood what they were going for. They wanted like the suspense of like, oh, what happened? Because they would cut off at like the major points, leave you like on a cliffhanger kind of. But I feel like they went to the well too many times. They did it too many times to the point where it got kind of annoying. And it was almost like, okay, fucking spell it out for us then. Because like that's what you're doing anyway. Long story short, Patrick got Taji to cheat on her husband, and he was smashing. She basically told her husband like, "Yo, if you lose, I'm leaving you. I don't want to be here." Patrick was kind of telling Taji like, "I need you to be my coach because I got one good run in me. Your man's he's on the way out." So they ended up hate fucking, I guess, is what happened. And in the game, Patrick is cooking Donaldson, and that nigga is the coldest man on planet Earth because he goes to serve the ball and he gave dude the sign that he smashed his wife mid-game. Mid-game. This is like his life on the line type shit. Like his marriage is on the line. And I guess they start going at it. I think Donaldson loses, but then like they hug at the end. And then Taji got like kind of turned on by the game because they were playing so well. So like, I don't know, bro. The movie was very confusing, like in terms of the ending. I don't really understand. Left more questions than answers. So maybe there's gonna be like a sequel or some shit. I hope not, but I could see that they do it. Like I could see them doing it. But hey, man, the moral of the story is I went into that movie thinking it was going to be a movie that I'd never watch. And typically it wouldn't be because it's so like out there. It's so weird. It's got like the kind of gay love scene connotations. That's not something that I'm really into. Like I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I am. But once you get past all of the things that you don't, or that I didn't enjoy, once I got past all of those parts of it and like the shock value of like, oh, they're having a threesome and like it was a love triangle story, and I actually really enjoyed how well it was written. It was actually really well written for what it was, and I don't know what the budget of the movie was. I don't know how much the movie made, but if y'all haven't seen it, I'd recommend it. It was really good, really really good. That's just a random movie review. I might do more of these. I don't know. I might do more specifically for like characters of movies that I've seen. I'm thinking of doing some on like the Spider-Man movies, the older ones, because they've been re-released and I've recently watched all of them, or up until the current release. I haven't seen that one, but if y'all want to see movies like or videos, if y'all want to see videos like this again, y'all leave a like, comment, like tell me, subscribe, like tell me what you want, because I can do different things. I want to try to expand my content. I don't want to just do the same one trick and go nowhere and kind of get boxed into a hole. I kind of want to venture out, see what there is to do. So if y'all fuck with this, let me know, and I'll keep doing it for y'all, because this is actually kind of fun. It's kind of fun just joking about a movie that I just randomly watched for no reason. But all right, I gotta get up out of here. I got things to do. It's getting later in the day and I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna go handle that, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.